Join us on ESPN for Motor Week, Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Speed Week each Saturday at 7:30. Well, as the rains continue here in central Indiana at Indianapolis Raceway Park, we're going to see if Hans Stuck, a very popular driver all over the world, can do it again in the German touring cars. Milt Fitzwater has all the action from the Nurburgring in Germany.
Castles. There are plenty of them in West Germany. But this one is the most famous for racing fans. This is the Nürburgring Castle, overlooking one of the greatest racetracks in the world, the Nurburgring. Today, the entire circuit will be used. That means including this part of the 2.8-mile Grand Prix circuit. And then you add to that the 13-mile north course, which winds its way through the Eifel Mountains. And this means one lap will cover almost 16 miles. This is the task ahead for the German Touring Car Championship. The factory battle in the German Touring Car Championship will resume today at this historic track with a brand new Mercedes, the new version of their 190E, the Evolution 2 model. Also on hand, factory-supported teams with BMW M3s, and there's a factory-supported Audi Quattro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the German Touring Car Championship. I'm Milt Fitzwater. We've reached the halfway point of the season. At the beginning of the year, BMW and Mercedes seemed to dominate. But as we've reached the halfway point, Audi has made a comeback. They have 4 wins to their credit. And the man who drove to those victories is standing next to me, Hans Stuck. And Hans, it seems that everything is going well now for the Audi.
I would say so. Surely at the beginning of the season, never of any of us expected to be so high up by mid-season, as you said. And winning 4 races, sure, we never expected it.
All right, the first race here this season at the Nürburgring proved to be a little bit of a problem for you.
That's right, as everybody can see. I was a little bit too fast for driving, too low for flying, I could say. But on the other hand, if you never try, you never know. So next time I know for sure, but braking point is too late.
The Nürburgring, you'll be about 16 miles to a lap. It would seem to be the ultimate challenge for a driver.
That's correct, and especially for, not only for drivers, also for the cars, due to the fact we have a lot of these compressions and jumps, you know. We had a hell of a things breaking on the car yesterday, and it needs a real driver skill to drive this circuit with this uphill, downhill, and it's so difficult, but it's still my favorite.
Hans, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll be back with all the action from the German Touring Car Championship in just a moment.
Could your car use some improvements? Like a Z-Bart sunroof, Z-Bart fabric protection, window tinting, Z-Bart paint protection, no waxing ever, auto alarms. Z-Bart has dozens of improvements. Z-Bart improves trucks and vans, too, with running boards, bed liners, van racks, and more.
And I thought all Z-Bart did was rust protection.
Z-Bart, we're the car improvement specialists. Now get $100 off the total protection package at Z-Bart.
You don't have to worry when rain keeps pouring down, 'cause your home can take it, whatever comes around. We got something here to get you through the years.
Olympic Oil Stain has pure linseed oil. Since oil and water don't mix, it helps stop water damage.
It's no wonder we'll stop the rain.
Olympic stops the rain.
Tonight's live racing from Indianapolis Raceway Park is brought to you by Pioneer. With a Pioneer car CD system, you'll get a lot more out of your music. Pioneer. By Quaker State, the Big Q is One Tough Motor Oil. And by Champion, makers of the high-output technology spark plug, the world's most advanced.
The
The German Touring Car Championship here at the Nurburgring is about ready to get underway, but before we get to the starting field, let's take a look at this historic circuit. The lower left portion of your screen, you see the new Grand Prix circuit. The last two cameras on the left take the cars out onto the old course. The cameras on the far right are at the famous carousel, a cement-banked 180-degree turn. This course also features one of the longest straights anywhere, seen here right next to the main road that goes right along next to it. It's a 1.5 miles long, with the last half of it going uphill. This is a true test for the drivers. Now, the starting field. On the pole, starting by his choice from the inside, West Germany's Klaus Ludwig in the new Mercedes Evolution 2. He has a pole record of 103 miles an hour. On the outside pole is Kurt Thiem from Denmark in a sister AMG factory Mercedes. Of course, he's a teammate of Ludwig, and he has 2 wins this season. Qualifying third fastest, West Germany's Alfred Hager in a BMW M3, and qualifying fourth is 26-year-old Frank Biela in the older version of the Mercedes 190E. Now, another driver to watch is former Formula One star Jacques Lafitte in a BMW number 7. The series winningest driver, Hans Stuck of West Germany, qualified his Audi Quattro 11th. Now, several of the successful drivers have one thing in common: handicap weight. This is the weight that's added to the top cars after each race. The promoters want this to keep the competition not tight. The drivers don't like it.
Personally not, because if you have some good results, you are really punished, and you are back on the grid, and you maybe are nowhere, because if you are back on the grid, that means that there are a lot of very light cars, and they have the same power. So if you start the next race, you have no chance. They just out-accelerate you, and you are nowhere.
All the drivers want an edge, including Ludwig. That's understandable, but the promoters want this as the race gets underway. Ludwig on the left, Thiem on the far right, but look carefully at all the cars bunched up 4 and 5 abreast. But it's going to be Ludwig into the turn. Everybody got through. This normally could be an accident corner, but it looks like everyone has gotten through the corner equally well. Out in front is Klaus Ludwig. Right behind him is Kurt Thiem, followed by Alfred Hager, and then another Mercedes. So Klaus Ludwig is out in front here in the opening moments of this event. Now, we're told that at least 100,000 fans are on hand. They're waiting out on the far part of the course for the drivers to make their entrance. Here comes Ludwig. They're in the opening part of the old course. Ludwig still out in front. Then comes Kurt Thiem. Then comes Alfred Hager. And then it looks like Biela is running fourth, or Fritz Kreutzpointner. But they're going through the lower section of the course now. They come up. This is Olaf Montag. This is the race cam, one of the 2 cameras we have in the cars to cover this back section of the course. This is the Flugplatz, and Ludwig is still out in front. Thiem is second, and Hager is third. So the new aerodynamics, front spoiler and rear spoiler, seem to be helping the Mercedes at this point. We're coming now up to the carousel. Ludwig is out in front. Now watch carefully. This is a banked cement turn. The cars bounce every which way. The driver is thrown left and right, and if you listen carefully, you can even hear the cars scrape. Thiem second, Hager is third. This is the car of Kurt Thiem, the other car with the race cam in it. You can see Hager right behind him. Now, Thiem has a problem. He has some of the maximum weight in this handicap system, with some 220 pounds. Hager does not nearly have that much weight. Now you're inside the car of Kurt Thiem. He's going after his teammate. There's Hager, but wait a minute. We've heard that Ludwig may be out. When we cut back to the front, there he is. The car of Klaus Ludwig has dropped out. From our helicopter, you can see the car has just pulled over. Evidently, he has engine problems. He's out. Now we're back in the car of Kurt Thiem. We're on that long 1.5 mile straightaway. Thiem is taking over the leader. Here comes Hager on the right side to try to take the lead. Hager is pulling up in front, but Thiem pulls back, and Thiem takes the lead as they head into the left-hand corner, heading back toward the start-finish line. It's a downhill portion here. They'll go back uphill and then do a series of chicanes, which will take them back to the start-finish line. And we'll have more action from the German Touring Car Championship at the Nurburgring in just a moment.
Put a Pioneer 6-disc CD system in your car. You get a lot more out of your music.
It's one of the most technologically advanced, most rigorously tested fluids on Earth, relentlessly measured for maximum protection against the friction, the wear and tear, the heat and stress of today's engines. It is today's Quaker State. In Europe, in Japan, in America, Quaker State quality has passed the most demanding tests automakers can throw at it. At Quaker State, we don't just say we're tough, we're tested tough. The big Q is one tough motor oil.
We're back at the Nurburgring in the German Touring Car Championship. Milt Fitzwater reporting. You're in the car of Kurt Thiem, who has lost the lead to Alfred Hager. You can see him down the road in front of Thiem. Currently running third is Jacques Lafitte. And Lafitte has gone by. The former Formula One driver is now moved into second place. So Kurt Thiem now is back in third place. Lafitte locking the brakes a moment to get around the corner. We just went by the Ehrenberg. We're headed toward the Foxröhre, or better known as the Foxhole, a downhill stretch. Here's the competition behind him. There is some distance between Thiem and the fourth place cars. We head down to the bottom of the Foxhole. And now the car is turning. Tim has lost control, bounces off the guardrail. Kurt Thiem, the third place car, the Mercedes, has crashed. A great look at Thiem as he tries to get things together. We have to take a look to see what happened. Thiem seems to be okay. Seems to be checking his shoulder. Here's that look again. The car spins around off one wall, back across the road, into the guardrail again. That's the replay. This is live again. Kurt Thiem, look at this. This is a shot you don't often get to see. Right after a crash, a driver trying to gather himself up and be able to get out of the car. What a moment. Now back to the race action as we're winding up lap number 2. Jacques Lafitte out in front in his BMW. Seventh is Alfred Hager. Lafitte has not won a race this season. His best finish has been a third place finish. Hager also has not run a race this season, but he has come in second this season. Jacques Lafitte has waited a long time for this moment. We're now told that over 110,000 fans are on hand for this event. There probably are more. Some of the good old boys in the backcountry let some of their friends in, but 110 is the official figure. Now back to race action. That's Klaus Niedzwitz on the right in the Opel. Behind him is Fabian Gerrois. They've been going at it here for quite some time. This is the camera car of Olaf Monte that's giving us these shots. Watch carefully here. You can see the jump right there by Fabian Gerrois as Niedzwitz continues to lead. They're headed in the direction of the Schwabenschwanz. We should be going downhill here shortly at a pretty good clip. This will give you a good idea of what it's like to race around this 16-mile per lap course. Down the hill we go toward the Schwabenschwanz. Something's on the track. Gerrois is off the track. A replay. A tire is off one of the cars. Gerrois can't get out of the way. His car is up in the air. It looks like he may have flipped over. We'll have to get back later and find out what happened. The race continues as Jacques Lafitte is out in front as we completed 3 laps. Jochen Winkelhock is now second, but the battle for third, fourth, and fifth is awfully tight. We're going to have to take a look at the standings. Lafitte in front, Winkelhock second, then Steve Soper is now third, Alfred Hager is fourth, BMW 1 through 4, then come the Mercedes of Frank Biela and Fritz Kreutzpointer. We'll have the final lap from the German Touring Car Championship here at the Nurburgring in just one moment.
Ooh, yeah. You lift me up. You take me higher. You got me reaching for the top. You got the power. I know together.
Introducing the all-new DR and Street Legal Dual Sport models from Suzuki.
When your battery finally quits, are you really going to wait for a sale? At AutoZone, our 5-year battery is just $38.88 every day. If you've been waiting for a sale on brakes, just remember this. At AutoZone, our Duralast brakes are just $10.99 every day, so you never have to wait for a sale.
It's just a pure and natural beer for you. So icy cold so crisp, so clean.
Of all the beers that are cold filtered, only one has that distinctively clean, crisp taste. Budweiser, cold filtered and Beechwood aged for over 110 years.
This Bud's for you.
Tonight, USAC Midget Racing is brought to you by Wagner, power painting that's not just a whole lot faster, but a whole lot better. By Busch Beer, the beer with a taste as smooth as its name. And by Quaker State, the Big Q is One Tough Motor Oil.
Welcome back to the German Touring Car Championship here at the Nurburgring. This is Milt Fitzwater reporting. Jacques Lafitte just going by. He's in front. Jochen Winkelhoek is second. And now Steve Soper is third. BMW, they're all teammates. But we have some things to catch up on here now. You might remember this scene back from lap 2. This is Kurt Thiem in the Mercedes off one wall. Then he crashes into the other wall. He was okay, and we had a chance to talk with him when he got back to the pits.
I was down in a very bad place at the track called Fuchsrohr, where we really go down and where the car is maximal hitting the ground, and then the rear suspension in the rear right side was broken, because the car was falling down, and then 2-3 spins, and then was finito.
And last lap, when Gerrois crashed, this is the car of Olaf Montes. He goes by with the race cam. The car behind is the one that lost the tire, Jorg van Omen. You can see that Gerrois' car simply flipped over. He is all right. He is unhurt, but the car is a total loss. Now, back to race action. This is the battle for second and third. That's Winkelhoek and Soper. They're teammates, but you wouldn't know it the way they're going at each other. Winkelhoek still out in front. Here comes Soper. That's for second and third. Jacques Lafitte, the leader, just going by, followed by Winkelhoek, Soper, and then Frank Biela in the Mercedes. They're coming down. These are the final moments of the race. They've come off the long straightaway. They're going into the series of chicanes that'll bring them to the start-finish line. Jacques Lafitte looking for his first win of the season. Unless something goes wrong with the car, it should be his. Jacques Lafitte headed for the start-finish line. Lafitte, disappointed in his performance this year, blinks his light. He's got to be happy now. He takes the checkered flag, and it's Jacques Lafitte the winner. Jochen Winkelhoek is second. And this is also a big moment for the Italian Bugazzi BMW team. You see, they finished 1, 2, and 3. Soper coming in third, and all those cars on Yokohama tires. Frank Biela in the Mercedes came in. He's on a Pirelli. He's fourth. Kreutzpointner and Crudini are on Dunlops, finishing 5th and 6th. And that's how they end here at the Nürburgring in the German Touring Car Championship. The man of the hour, however, is Frenchman Jacques Lafitte. We had a chance to talk with him.
Jacques, first of all, congratulations. It's a great race. It must make you feel very good right now.
Yes, I'm very happy because I was waiting for that for six races now. And here it was an old Nürburgring, you know. I always win here on Formula 2. On Formula 1, I finished second. On Sport Prototype, I won the race. And I'm very happy. I like this track. And it's really a track for a driver. I love it.
And the fans certainly loved it today here at the Nürburgring. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the German Touring Car Championship. This is Milt Fitzwater reporting and saying Auf Wiedersehen, and we'd like to leave you with these impressions of the German Touring Car Championship.